The University, a place to grow up, learn survival skills, and eat live prey such as pigeons, seagulls, and crows.
Well, those last few may not apply to students, but they certainly apply to a pair of nesting peregrine falcons here at the U of C.
Rinaldi Gulinao has the story.
Been called out 3 times. There she goes. Oh, wow.
Perched atop their favorite vantage point, surveying the skies above and below for their prey, the U of C's resident peregrine falcons reached a recent milestone when their young finally learned how to fly. For Libraries and Resources Specialist Advisor and Caretaker of the Falcons, Ellie Gillick, seeing the fledglings take flight July 10th was a very special occasion indeed.
I predicted on Saturday that the male would leave on Sunday, and I said at 10:35, and he left at 10:25. Unfortunately, the female left the same day, later in the afternoon, which she shouldn't have because she wasn't ready. Normally do, so that's why we had some accidents, and she left the ledge too early.
Such false starts and hard landings are common for peregrines, necessitating the need to warn the public.
They're called falcon alerts, and I put them up in all the buildings that they normally come down around or are close to where they've left the ledge. And then people know how to contact me, and it's been very helpful, and it's been extremely vital to have that information there because a lot of people will come across a bird and not know what to do.
Care must be taken to ensure that they are brought back to a safe height where they can continue their flight lessons away from harm, which, for a species classified as at risk, goes a long, long way. Microbiologist and amateur falconer Richard Moore comments on the importance of the work Gillick has done.
If it weren't for her, a lot of these young falcons would have wound up dead. They're especially vulnerable their first few days when they leave the nest. They, as you probably know, they wind up in the ground. They're subject to predation, or they may be pushed into a corner. Their parents may not know where they are. They may not receive the care they would if they were in the wild, and they may starve simply.
That the average rate of mortality is about 60% in the first year for falcons, so that's very high. So if you've only got 2 chicks like we did this year in the whole city, that's not very good odds.
This then makes the U of C uniquely positioned to lead in the protection of peregrine falcons, which unfortunately is not quite the case according to Moore. Gillick and her colleagues' efforts have all been purely voluntary.
I think that would be something the university should pick up. I know times are tough, but to have a university where you have nesting peregrines, it's an amazing thing. It's an amazing resource.
Everything works together. It's all a chain that's linked together. If each of us can do a little bit, and this is only my little bit, I'm doing it. I don't care what it takes, and it's a passion, and it's...
For NUTV, this is Rinaldi Gulinao.